Alright, welcome everybody to the Sinking City. Now, a few of you may have heard of this game. The trailer that came out for it was amazing. Such a good representation of Lovecraftian just, BS, for a lack of better words. But yeah, so this game wasn't received very well. I played it a little bit when it came out. I didn't really feel like I wanted to play it all the way through, so that's what I'm going to do now. We're going to do a quick little playthrough of this game from start to finish. Probably not 100%, but a good, at least above 50% progress in total, including side missions and everything. And then I'm going to make a review video on it at the end of it. So yeah, look forward to a few of these videos, and then we're making a review on what went wrong. And I think this is a great time to do it because the Sinking City 2 has recently been announced, and so that was another reason I kind of wanted to revisit this game and see if the Sinking City 2 could be a comeback for Frogware. So anyway, let's get into it. Mr. Charles Reed, as you request, to research the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Mass. Turns out that your assumptions are correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the city, country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe you have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes van der Berg. I mean, cutscene was a bit clunky, but it's a good introduction. Played this on PC last time, so I'm going to need to remember key bindings. Search mechanic. Inspect mechanic. There's a gun.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Yay. Yep, this is the letter we read earlier.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont Monolith National Park. Monolith National Park? That doesn't look... Okay, that looks terrifying. Yeah. Man. This game could do everything wrong, but its atmosphere is fun, great. This game came out, I think, a year or two after, maybe even longer actually, than the Call of Cthulhu game. That game was brilliant.
Now get
Um,
out. Now get out.
okay, cool. No
At last,
conversation.
Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already fettered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Oh, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Okay, I don't like this guy. Yeah. I mean, although I've always had a fascination with Lovecraftian, Cthulhu kind of media, I also have hellishly bad thalassophobia. So, yeah, scary sea monsters, that's terrifying. It's fun as hell, but also terrifying. Last shot. No. Armored. What the fuck are you? I'm guessing this is.
don't care about your petty excuses.
It's probably the guy we need
No
to
one
speak to.
leaves the port until my son is found, and that is
Oh, what the
final.
fuck?
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
I'm not going to ask you about his features.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. But even
That's a good start.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Uh-oh.
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Evidence. In evidence on the HUD. Let's keep tracking. Can't go. No, suppose. I found my flashlight.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Yeah. Horse was start.
Huh. That This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
It's an interesting thing to know. There's something striking about that. Pristine white tablecloth. Didn't expect any of you to be in here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son did
Oh
to me.
no.
Starting to suspect the worst.
Innsmouther and
I'll leave
Throgmorton's
you to
son.
Take care of yourself.
That's a bad combination.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... okay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor
I
fella.
didn't see this thick guy.
He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
As you can understand events that happened in the past. Oh. Sorry, man.
Take this, ape face.
He doesn't know much.
Yeah, run!
That's after. This will probably be the first one.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
So Robert started freaking out. They started fighting him, and then he ran out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
I don't like these visions. Would it be that? Nope. Through a shop. Dangerous. Turn unstable. How about flavor wounded? Do that? No. Spread his stereo around him. Better see enough to fight the house. Using my supernatural sense. Okay. Oh. Is it In's mouth that Lewis has people? Oh, Lewis was the one that shot. That makes some sense.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Yeah, right? That's damage from that? Are you serious? Come on, man. Should I speak to him?
I gave you
Oh,
clear
okay.
instructions, did I not?
Oh. Yeah, that's the gunshot right there.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Down here? It's down here. Is the whole world like this hands, or is it actually telling me where to go? It seems like everything's just got hands.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Okay, over here. Oh no. There's gonna be something undesirous here.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. Nice pun. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz you had bought, but don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people. I have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week, I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Hey, that's... We're gonna find Peter dead, aren't we? Oops. Oh, I have a shovel. Oh my, that's not. I do have a shovel. Fuck your lock. Oh, good. Okay. Did I close the door? What? What's that? Oh, fucking hell. Hey, you piece of shit. Yeah. Throw down. Okay, well, that was unsettling. Oh, he hasn't hung himself. He's being hung by... Okay, it's fine.
Round through the forehead.
I don't like
It's
being
no
that close.
accident. This was deliberate.
Epic's gone. Why is its body gone? Mind Palace. I'm pretty sure I need to go report back to the guy. Lewis pursued Albert. Albert was murdered. No? Yeah, no, I ain't got that much. Oh, he may be in the bar. Albert was murdered. We don't have anything to look with though. I thought that would have been one of the, you know, the guy chased Albert and then Albert was dead. It's probably connected in some way. You want to speak to me yet?
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Let's get straight to the point.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I think we're gonna play through this being a little bit, unapologetic.
So,
Makes sense for the
figured
character, I
out
think.
like you asked. Now will you answer my questions?
What kind of a man are you, newcomer? My son is dead, his murderer still loose, and you expect me to listen to your pointless natter? I want Albert's killer here now. Everything else will wait. Tell me you know who he is.
I'm gonna throw Lewis under the bus.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through, we'll rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Alright then. The bar. I'm guessing it's down this way. I don't think there was anything that way. Yeah, there's definitely not a bar over there. What is that? What's that? Guess that's one of the monoliths from the Monolith National Park.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Peter? Want to ask him if he's Peter? Yeah, let's talk
I've
about
seen
creatures.
some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea, others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Okay, well, fuck you. That's not good. Okay. No, I don't need your help to find Lewis.
Bye.
Lewis, I'm gonna find him myself. I bet you easily. Why does he seem readable? I mean, it doesn't really make much sense, but I do like how literally wherever you go, there is just some kind of remnant of the sea. It's just completely overtaken this place, physically as well as possibly mentally.
The door won't
Hey,
budge.
I'm gonna go speak to the fucking barman then.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Drock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Got the key. I'm gonna go kill this motherfucker. Because last time, I didn't kill him. I'm pretty sure this is as far as I got.
What are you
doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Drach. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Why do you look like that? Oh, I'm
Start
not
at the
gonna...
beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
I'm not gonna be nice to this guy, you know, embrace the chaos and all. I think that might be the best way to play through this game, because it should be the most intense, but, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to his face. Not that bad. But yeah, last time I just let him go. And I think I'm gonna tell Throgmorton about him this time, and then I'll probably play off camera and just kind of like see what happens, like if something changes if I actually do tell him against not telling him. Oh shit! Yeah, she shoots. He's mentally affected, couldn't entirely control his actions. Lewis is aware of what he was doing during the fight with Albert Throgmorton. I feel like he wasn't aware because he said, I want to see the Throgmortons suffer, and if he actually shot one of the Throgmortons in the head, I feel like that's kind of suffering enough, but still. I know. Do I have to do something now? Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive too, the mutual hatred between Innsmouthers and Throgmortons. But I still change this though? Oh, I can. Lewis was under mental influence. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. Couldn't control his actions and thus can't be blamed. could try and cover for him. What else was Robert Throckmorton have his head? Yeah, I'm gonna embrace the madness, embrace the chaos, send us down the rabbit hole. Murderers at the bar.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton.
That was a genuine thank
You, but do you
Yeah.
think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Let's say insanity rather than my insanity.
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
His son.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
That's pretty cool, actually. Antipsychotics as well. So I wonder if actually we'll have to use bullets to buy things. I didn't really get that far in the game. Go over here now.